Right, so what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. Yeah, you know, I appreciate having you here.
She's alive!
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Gillian. I didn't realise.
I told her not to make noise upstairs and she comes back and tells me someone's alive. That's a good thing, by the way. She's alive. I have no idea who it is, but she's alive. She's alive. Let's get back into it. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again, you know. I appreciate having you here. Stick around for today's video. We got a lockdown story. So, are you sitting comfortably? Good. If you're not, it's your own fault. I've given you time and there's also a pause button. So you can pause it and make time to make yourself comfortable. Grab yourself a brew, maybe even a beer. Who knows? Do what you want. It's your lockdown as well. Moonshine. It's not. Right, story, and it's about slides. I know, don't turn off just yet. It's exciting. I use that term extremely loosely, but we'll have a go. And I don't mean slides. I'm not going to show you my holiday slides. No one needs to see that. What I'm talking about is flumes, water slides, water parks. You know the ones. And what I'm going to do is put on the screen now is the slide, or I should say the platform that the slide came from originally when this story occurred. Right, so as you can see, normal, there's two slides there, one on the right, one on the left. You're not idiots. This is the only photo I could find of the two slides, but they look different to when I was on them. One was a straight down, fast, put your arms like that, let's go, water right up the chuff kind of slide, and the other one just had one. If I remember correctly, it might have had the second one, but I'm not entirely sure at this point. I only remember it having one. Anyway, let's move on. Right, so I'm at this water park with my children and my wife. We're on holiday. It's in Italy. Sun is shining. It's absolutely glorious. It's beautiful, and this is one of those massive water parks. You know the ones, slides everywhere, little flumes here, something for the kids, something for the adults. And in Italy, they also do this. They might do this around the world, I don't know. They might do it in England, I'm not sure. But in Italy, I noticed it more than anywhere else because I go there quite a lot. Or I did when we were allowed. Basically, they have aerobics in the water where people just stomp up and down. They don't really do anything, they move their arms just a little bit and their legs just a little bit, but mainly it's middle-aged women and above just staring at a lifeguard with a six-pack. That's what it seemed to me from the outside. I might be wrong, they might not all be perverts. Some of them might actually be there to keep fit, but I'm guessing, maybe not. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're not here for the middle-aged perverted Italian ladies. We are here for the story of the slides. And let's go back to the slide of the slides. See what I did there? So I'm sitting there, I'm bored, we're in the children's section. My kids were quite young. And I turned around to the missus and I said, do you know what, I'm gonna do the big slide. And she went, okay, no problem, because it's just a slide, isn't it? I'm just gonna do a slide. I just turned around to the missus and said, I'm going to do a slide. There's no drama in that. I walk over to the slide. Oh, this is where the drama kicks in. I look up. It's a bloody long way up. It is a tall slide. I'm not nervous. Well, I'm a little bit nervous because I'm not keen on heights. I'm not scared of heights. I'm scared of the floor. And if you know what that means, it's not the height that's going to kill you, it's the floor. So anyway, I start walking up the stairs, and as I walk up the stairs, I'm realizing that it's quite a long way up. And I get to the top, and there's a little bit of a queue, a few teenage kids, and myself, the only kind of adult, let's say that, and I don't mean mentally here, I mean physically, I'm probably the only adult up there. Well, not probably, I am. I was there, you know. So I'm standing there waiting my turn, not a problem. Everyone's speaking, chatty, everyone's nice to each other, it's quite friendly. Little lifeguard sitting there, I say little, probably about 15, 16 years old, a young lad. All having a laugh and a joke, and I go to the slides, and first of all I think I just do the straight down. So I go to the right hand side one, and there's a little bit of a crowd gathering at the bottom, and when I go over to the right hand side, the straight down one, they kind of lose a little bit of interest, which was weird. I didn't know at the time, I didn't realise it at the time, but evidently this is the lesser of the two slides, so why not start there? It seems like a good idea. Sat on the edge, the water's going, getting ready to go. The lifeguard says, do that, off you go. Not a problem. whoosh, straight down, shorts up round the armpits, water straight up the chuff. I'm wearing a thong by the time I get to the bottom. Standard, steep water flume. And get out of the bottom, everyone looks a little bit disappointed. I didn't do the biggie, did I? Okay. So obviously, because I'm a man, I've got to go and do the big one now. So, I turn around, walk back up all the stairs. Again, we look up. This is a reconstruction of me looking up. Just imagine in the background there's sunshine and people having fun, but I'm looking up at a slide upstairs. Right, so now we've got that out of the way. I go up again, up to the slide, and then I queue up for the one on the left-hand side, the one with the wavy bits in. So the lifeguard looks at me, points at the one with the wave in, and kind of makes out you're going on this one. So I say, yes, I'm going on this one. I've got to do both. And he gives me a little bit of a weird look, a kind of nervous look, which made me nervous. So he's looking at me nervous, I'm looking at him nervous, then I'm thinking, why am I nervous? I'm at the top of a bloody slide. It's a water slide, it's a water park. I look down, and once again, the crowd's gathering. There's a crowd at the bottom, mainly teenagers, Italian teenage boys, girls, and then a few others straggling along, coming along. There's quite a little spectacle at the bottom, and now I'm at the top, and I'm thinking, what is going on here? Why is everyone down at the bottom of this slide? So anyway, I'm up at the top, it's my turn to go on a slide, and the guy's going really nervously, keep your hands in, don't put them out to the side, keep your hands in, keep them locked, keep your toes, keep everything. And I was thinking, now hold on a minute, he's panicking a little bit here, he's getting a little bit strenuous for this. But you don't really think too much of it, you're just sitting at the top of the slide. So yeah, I promised I'm gonna do this. So I sit on the edge, and because I'm a bit of a stupid bloke, I give it a little bit of a swing as well before I go. You know, we've all done it, we've all been up there, people are watching, you've got to give it the big one. So anyway, I take off, I slide down, I'm like this, I'm fully in there tight, I'm locked in, my hands are locked in, we're like this, we go down the first section. Not a problem, it's not that fast, it was a little bit fast, but not as fast as the other one, the straight down. So, nothing, no problem. Then we hit this flat bit, the little flat bit before the curve. And what happens is, I go across that, no problem at all. And then, a little bit of weightlessness. I can't feel anything. There's nothing under me. Absolutely nothing. And at this point, silence. There is no sounds whatsoever. The whole park has gone silent. I can't hear a thing. I can't hear the water. I can't hear any of the machines pumping the water. I can't hear kids laughing, cheering, nothing. Complete silence. And it's at this point, I've realised I've left the slide. I'm no longer on plastic, I'm no longer in water, I'm flying, I'm in midair, I'm like a bird. But unfortunately, I'm not a bird, so I can't fly. So in my mind, I'm thinking, please, don't let this hurt too much, because that thing's coming up, the floor. I'm thinking the floor is coming, and it's gonna hurt like a... But luckily for me, I landed straight back on the same slide. It was really, really smooth. I landed in this position, feet first, and I kind of really smoothly just went straight into the water and then back down the slide. As soon as I touched the slide, there was no more fear. Not that there was much in the air, it's like, oh, we're gonna die on a slide. But it was a smooth landing, it was a beautifully smooth landing, like butter. It was... That would be the noise. I'm actually going to superimpose the noise over the top when I do it again. I went... The people at the side of the slide said they could see daylight between myself, my body, and the top of the slide. Now bear in mind, the slide is this shape, so it's half a tube. So I've gone out of that, over the side, and there's a distance of a few feet between my body and the slide. So luckily I landed on the slide. I went down and they were cheering. The kids were going mad. They were going crazy. They were calling me crazy as well. They're saying, you're crazy. But whatever they were saying, they were cheering. They thought it was brilliant. They thought I was mad and crazy. I'll tell you how crazy this is. I went back about 2 years later and there was a weight limit on that same slide, and it was about 1 stone lighter than I was when I went on it. There was no weight limit on there before I got on there the first time, but after this event, 2 years later, there was. I'm not just making this up, this actually happened. And to speak to people in Italy, because my wife's Italian, they all live over there, and they know this water park very, very well. They said, yes, there's been a few incidents on this, and that's why they put the weight limit on there, because us big lads, we tend to fly a little bit. So on that day, luckily, I didn't splat onto the floor. So there you go, that's the story of the slide that nearly killed me. I've got a few more stories in the bag of all the stupidness I got up to when I was younger, and I'm still getting up to it now. It's not big, it's not clever, but at least I've got a story. So let me know what you think of these stories. Drop a line downstairs. Do you want to hear more of these lockdown stories or not? I don't mind, you can put anything you want. We're limited at the moment because of the lockdown. Remember, hands, face, space. You know how it goes. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, and do all those things that you need to do. I shall see you on the next one. You know I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.